Arsenal, don't you dare think about it. Hello everyone, today we are going to be discussing Arsenal transfer news, links and rumours. And the first one of course dates 2 days back, but realistically it dates a couple years back, starting in 2022, Pedro Neto. Arteta wanted Pedro Neto in 2022 before he went Chelsea and he was playing at Wolverhampton. Now, a couple of days ago there were fresh links. He's at Chelsea now. The Arsenal are interested in Pedro Neto, and a fee is disclosed of 70 million, I believe. First of all, never. In my opinion, he's shit, and we have best about him. He's not the price. He's not even worth looking at. How does Arsenal Football Club go to Vinicius Junior, a superstar, to Pedro Neto? Pedro Neto. It's like Arsenal. We do this stuff. We get the gun. Is that what they do in the war? They get a gun, get a foot out, they'll shoot a toe so they can go home from the war and just pussy out. It's like same thing. Last transfer window, Rodrigo did him Martinelli, and again. Arsenal say the same thing. We are waiting and waiting for the right opportunity to arise for the left wing position. And that's not even like the most. It's like, okay, Pedro Neto, right? Your occasional Chelsea link of the transfer window, as we always get Chelsea, Havertz, Noni Madueke, David Luiz, Jorginho. We have a reputation of doing this. That's why it scares us Arsenal fans. What scares us most is this. Myles Lewis-Skelly has been offered to Chelsea, Man United. Are you taking the piss? Are you taking the piss? Now, I strongly believe this is not the club doing their work. When a player is forwarded to different clubs, it's never club to club. That means a club has officially went and out of the way and basically said Myles Lewis-Skelly for sale. That's not what happened. It's the agents. And I think his mum might be. I think his mum might be his agent. Marcia, I love you. Please let him stay. And this thing of Myles Lewis-Skelly being offered to different clubs. This is not the first thing we were hearing about it. And apparently, this anger, or let's just say the domino spread sticks, whatever. The domino started from us getting Bruno Guimaraes, which ineffectively makes Myles Lewis-Skelly fourth, Declan Rice, Bruno Guimaraes, Martin Zubimendi, then it'll be Myles Lewis-Skelly again. It's I get it, you know. Looking at Arsenal fans have to be honest. Looking at it last season, right, when Myles Lewis-Skelly was having his FA Cup game here and there, he was getting like here minutes. He's getting like slave minutes. Let's just say that slave minutes. And the games he would play, he's been very, very poor from the standards. And then guess what? Fulham has started. Myles Lewis-Skelly became the beast at midfield. We all knew. Every Arsenal fan knew it just took Arsenal and Arteta to have a bit more cojones about him. It took Arteta to have a bit more cojones about him. And then effectively, Myles Lewis-Skelly helped Arteta and Arsenal win the Premier League. Now, one thing that Ben Jacobs said, and he'll come up, and what Ben Jacobs said is Myles Lewis-Skelly has been offered to Manchester United and Chelsea. Not a new link with either club, as I mentioned. It's been going on for weeks and months, with his agents not being happy of his game time and whatever. With fresh contact, with both following the arrival of Bruno Guimaraes, as Tom Cantor Media called. Tom Cantor Media is not no small fry when it comes to Arsenal journalism, and that's what scares me personally. And like the reason why I'm taking this a bit more personally, I've watched Myles Lewis-Skelly FA Youth Cup games against Cambridge, Man City, West Ham, and when he supported these young players that thrive, he scored a winner against Man City in the FA Youth Cup to go to the final. A beautiful ball pinged over the top by, I think his name was Ibrahim. Myles Lewis-Skelly uses all his athleticism, got in front of the goalkeeper, headed the ball backwards like this, and scored. Absolutely scenes at the Emirates. Myles Lewis-Skelly is a fan favorite from Arsenal. It's like the love we have for him was like, it's like Saka. It's that player you just, you know when Jamie Carragher said you can't help but love the player. He's that type of person. He has the cojones, he has the confidence, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. No, bro, he wears his heart on the badge, and that's the reason why every Arsenal fan loves Lewis-Skelly. And if he leaves, it better be 130. I want that type of numbers for Chelsea and Man United. Man United are long-standing rivals who absolutely dominated English football. This is supposed to be our moment of dominating English football. We can't be given. This could be, no, I'm being serious. This could be as bad as Van Persie going to Man U as an importance. This can change Chelsea's whole squad. That's how good Myles Lewis-Skelly is. And by the way, this is not the first player if Chelsea get, that's not the first player they're gonna take away from us. They took away Morgan Rogers, Giroud, Petr Cech. They took away a buttload of Arsenal players. Ashley Cole. Some things simply just can't happen. And talking about transfer news, in comes now Kenan Yildiz. A lot of links of Kenan Yildiz linked to Arsenal. However, Kenan Yildiz did sign a new contract. Juventus put a strong arm, not strong arm. They said a punch to the face, and they said, "No, not letting it. Never on my watch. No, no, no." And he is the poster boy for Juventus. Scrap that. He's the poster boy for the dying Serie A. He's the shining light for people to watch. But apparently there might be a prize where Juventus may reconsider their position. Another thing about Kenan Yildiz, injuries. He's still currently nursing a bad knee injury. The same knee injuries Tomiyasu had. And you know, we clearly saw what happened to Tomiyasu. A beautiful player can play Arsenal would love a Tomiyasu right now. Could play across the whole back line. Maybe even CDM if he wanted to. Because he's just that type of player. A player he can't help love. Another thing is with Kenan Yildiz, how would he translate his game to the Premier League? That's another thing. So it'll be a massive wish-wash of ifs and buts for Kenan Yildiz. If you guys know what I mean about if and buts. If he'll be fit, if he can nurse his leg, and if Arsenal are looking to pay £100 million, considering all those factors. And Arsenal have also been linked to Julian Alvarez, who right now he is starring the most shit show media circus of wanting to leave Atletico Madrid to join, well, Barcelona. It's his dream to, right? Well, Atletico Madrid put their stance firm. They stepped on that little boy's head. Julian Alvarez is a little man. He's a little man. Okay, all jokes aside, they said 110 million, 100 million, 120, 150, 200 million. That's the exact quotes they said. They said for all that money, they will never accept Julian Alvarez going to Barcelona. Now, this is where Arsenal comes in. Arteta absolutely adores the player. He loves the player with all his heart. Now, it's a bit like Vinicius. Is one going to budge? If Atletico Madrid doesn't budge and say you're not going, could Arsenal sweep there and say, well, if you can't go to a Spanish rival, could Arsenal just slip in? You know, if Arsenal play a long game, it's like when you're in a friend zone with a girl. You know, you play the game a bit, yeah. Might joke, just get a hand, might kiss. She might go, ah, just put away. But if 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 the best friend kisses the girl's hand and she accepts that the kiss, the Arsenal are all in to get Julian Alvarez, and that would be absolute. Now with Julian Alvarez, if Atletico Madrid say, "Hey, you guys can have Julian Alvarez, but you want Victor Gyökeres," two birds of one stone, bitch. Two birds of one stone. Get that guy out of my club, and that's okay. Cool. Does Victor Gyökeres, does he earn a second season at Arsenal? Of course. He won us the Premier League, of course. He was our main striker for us to win the Premier League. And the one game that always comes up is Everton. Everyone will say that was Max Diamond's game. But guess what? Everyone's forgetting Victor Gyökeres won that game for us. Well, we were 1-0 up against Sunderland. It was looking very nervous. Guess who came to score 2 goals? Victor Gyökeres. Everton. Victor Gyökeres. What other games were there? Victor Gyökeres were always Atletico Madrid. Victor Gyökeres. Inter Milan. But again, he is not Arsenal's quality. And yes, we won the Premier League. Yes, we were the third club to score 100 goals in a campaign. Yes, that's correct. But is he hindering other players? Absolutely. Is he hindering Saka's performance? Absolutely. But now, and one thing, I also think that Vinicius Jr. is a blessing in disguise. And people might say, wow. But I think he is on the decline. You like it or not, he is on the decline. And another thing is, I don't think it's hard to replace Martinelli. Not at all. And talking about Martinelli is linked to Galatasaray to leave for 40 million euros, which is 35 million pounds, 34.8 million pounds to be exact. People may not agree. Take it and leave. Take that money and leave. Take that money and leave. Well, he did say, reports are coming out, Ryan Taylor Sport, another good journalist who reports Arsenal news. He wants to stay. And Arsenal won't sell Martinelli unless we have a winger that is better than him. Well, that ain't hard, is it? Go to fucking South London. Them fucking the black boys and the light skins who play case football, they're better than Martinelli, cunt. Let's not lie. That guy is one goal in the Premier League season is absolutely absurd. One goal. But he is still 25. And going to Turkey at 25. Well, 25 for a winger is probably your prime ages. Going to Turkey, well, let's just say it doesn't fulfill the appetite. Everyone's hungry. Vinicius Jr. came to work when he was hungry. I have a very, very reliable source that he told all his Brazilian teammates that he was actually going to join Arsenal. But guess what? Perez is that their president's name. Perez. He budged. I thought Perez was going to put his cock on the table and say, we're not moving. He took his cock back from the table, put it in his pants, say, apparently the contract was absurd. I think this like killing Mbappe type of numbers. And well, talking about Turkey and talking about Galatasaray. Galatasaray is not. They're not only interested in Martinelli. A source came out. The same source that broke the Martinelli news. They said they're interested in 19-year-old Ethan Nwaneri. Now, if you guys don't know the spill with Ethan Nweri, Emerson Nweri, and his father, when we got Richard Eze, if you guys remember, Ethan Nweri's dad actually went to the training ground and protested. He protested, and he was very, very furious, and knowing that his son was going to get very limited opportunities at Arsenal. Well, he didn't get any opportunities. He went to Marseille, where Arsenal planned Ethan Nweri to thrive under De Zerbi. Later on, a few months, De Zerbi gets sacked, and Ethan Nweri is just packing on the bench. And over the summer, there was a whole dispute with his younger brother, Emerson Nweri. Well, he's going to stay at Arsenal, where what he ended up actually staying at Arsenal, signing the contract, a scholarship. Now, the question that I'm asking is, are Arsenal, with potentially Lewis-Skelly, Ethan Nweri, Reece Nelson as well. Remember, Reece Nelson, he was the one against for Arsenal. All them leaving, all the players not really. Well, to Arsenal, not really doing it because Lewis-Skelly is fourth choice. So to Arsenal, they're not really there yet. What message does that send to Helen, to the other academy boys? And well, you might ask, is that message already sent? Other fans might ask, is that message already sent? And I have the answer, yes. That message was sent of Arsenal doesn't give a shit about their academy 6, 7, 8 years ago. And right now, this transfer window, we learned the consequence of it. And the first one was, guess who? Jerry Munger. Remember early in the window, we were about to get Jerry Munger ahead of Arsenal. It's almost done. All he needs to do is sign a contract. But Arsenal do dilly-dally to really give the young boy absolutely. He's a fabulous footballer. Fabulous. One of those shifty footballers, skills. Him and Max Salmon were doing one for the future. And another thing, another news, actually, Gabriel Jesus. Napoli. Now, again, it's dominoes again. The first block fell. And that was Romelu Lukaku going to Fenerbahce for 6 million. And now, Napoli are looking to bid for help on Gabriel Jesus. Also looking for around £20 million, which is something for like 25 million euros, but I think Arsenal in a budget that to like 15 million pounds, which would be like something like 70 million euros, something like around of that, price. And I just want to say something about Gabriel Jesus, and I just don't want Arsenal fans to forget about that. The two players, Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko, absolutely changed our lives. Absolutely changed our lives. And for once, with Bruno Guimaraes, I think we are just now replacing Zinchenko. Zinchenko is piss poor defensively. His technical ability was so beautiful. Do you know them left footers, the Ozils, like their passing just hits different. Because they're left footers, and left footers are a rare breed in football, in life generally. But in football, much more. And with Bruno Guimaraes and Zinchenko have the incredible attribute to break lines. Again, Xhaka had that as well. Granit Xhaka had that as well. Incredible at breaking lines and fighting. If you guys watch the 2023 season and watch most of our goals, 85% of our goals was through line breakers. 85%, that's a big percentage. And now, of course, Arsenal's style of play has changed. Of course, over the years, Arteta changed his style of play, and again, he done trial and error until Arsenal lifted the Premier League, biggest Champions League, but that's soon to come. But for transfers, ask fans down below in the comments, tell me what transfer do you want to see, especially in the left wing and the striker. Big up everyone, like, comment, hype. See you guys.